Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is Joey Nato, and this is The Breakdown. And today on The Breakdown, we're going to be breaking down the beat for my new song, Flowers, that I dropped on Valentine's Day, because I figure why not Valentine's Day, drop a song called Flowers, even though it is definitely not a love song. But there's a lot of cool things going on in this beat. It's a cool little synth going on. That sounds like some late career Beatles type sounds. Then we have, some pianos, guitars, some real hard hitting drums and stuff like that. So without further ado, we're gonna break down this beat called Flowers. If you want to hear the original song, it's in the description below. And yeah, man, here we go. So this first part here is a little synth sound. You'll see it's actually called Redemption in the software. I got it soloed right now, so that's all you hear. So there's a few different things I did to modify this sound. So and you know what? We can actually, to show what the good practice is of how to make beats. Sorry, my keyboard is like bugged out. We're going to label it as we go along. Even though I'm probably going to stop doing it like halfway through. Yeah, I'll probably forget at some point in this video to keep labeling it, but that's alright. So, let's hear the sound raw by itself. Oh, actually, the distortion is actually bypassed, so it's not even on. And even furthermore than that, it's not even used in the entire song, so we could probably delete that because that's just taking up space. Alright, so we do have this distortion on it, though. So this is what it sounds like without the distortion, without the flanger, and without the reverb. So it sounds a little bit more dry, not as much character. So let's turn up the distortion. And that already brings up the amplitude of the sound that we're accustomed to when we hear the song. Then the flanger just gives it a little bit more bite to it, you know what I mean? You got to make those producer faces. And then you got the reverb, just to make it sound a little more airy and vibrant. And look, just like that, you see like the evolution of the sound just using those three plugins. I don't want to call them plugins; they're not plugins. Those three devices, I guess we'll call them for right now. In there. Okay, so now we move on to the next part. So a couple things going on in this next part. So obviously the first thing you hear is the piano chords, which you can see right here. So the piano chords are just pretty simple. So this is yet another old beat, or old song altogether. I think I made this song maybe in 2013 or 2014, but I just put it out this week. But anyways, yeah, so you got those pianos, which sounds nice, but the real thing that's causing the buildup is this drum loop here of, I'll just put acoustic rising drums. So you hear them. They're just working. I got a little reverb on there just to make them sound a little airier, a little bit more like live sounding drums. Alright, so aside from that, we have our pianos. See, I knew I was going to start forgetting. Keyboard's crazy. Alright, so after the pianos come in, woo, those drums just start hitting. And also, what really helps this impact here is the bass line. And I got a really like twangy type of pick bass for this one. Didn't really modify the sound too much. Pretty much just comes like that. This Ampeg flip top sound, I guess it's called. Love it. These are the main drums here. So very, very simple drum situation going on. So it's this kick, this snare. Obviously, you hear this big reverb going on here, and then this little kind of like a vintage sounding hat, a little bit sort of, but I kind of use it in as if it was like a regular rock like cymbal. Oh, but working with these drums to really give it the movement is the acoustic drum loop. This is pretty much just accent drums, I would say, but I'll still call them the main drums for the sake of this. So okay, we got the bass and that main synth working. I don't think that synth changes melody the whole time. It's the same thing throughout the whole song. Calling my phone, telling me to come home. Alright, so yeah, that's all going. So what happens here is the piano is gone in the beginning. Then it comes in again, but with the bass line kind of, I would say this is a jogging bass line right here. Just that, like, and I love when notes do that, just those little stabs. Reminds me of like kind of like alternative rock stuff, which is a genre that I really, really like. So still working. Pianos come in again. Alright. Then we get into the pre-hook. I wanted to show you I forgive you, okay. So during that part, there's these strings going on, just to give it a little bit more of an R&B type feel really quick. And it's the same as the piano chords. You see a lot of my beats, there's a lot of the same notes going on, just different instruments layered on top of each other just to make it sound a little bit more. Alright, then here, so the drums are rising, those acoustic drums are rising, just to make it sound like something's building, just like the beginning, right before the verse comes in. You'll see it comes in like, now the drums are at full level, piano, strings. Those are like three elements of R&B right there. Then the bass teasing, bam. Now we're in the hook. Love this beat. Alright, so now we got all the elements working together. The synth, the bass line, the drums, the acoustic drums, the strings, the pianos, and then we got some new guys. Some new guys showed up. So, what is this? It seems as if it is nothing. Is this it? Okay, that's something I had in there before. I think I thought it was a little too much, a little too gritty. So we could just forget about that. That's nothing. This though is the sound I decided to go with instead of that muddy little bass there. So this is just an electric guitar, as you can hear. I love electric guitars, man. Came up on classic rock. You know, yeah, I'm a 90s baby, but I always listen to Boston, The Who, a whole bunch of classic rock people. I can't even think of everything off the top of my head. So yeah, okay, so it's all those main elements of the beat, and then the electric guitar pretty much, and that's what's all working together. Then it dies, gets really old school hip hoppy with these scratch. That's all those are. But during that part in the song, I'm like kind of like in a little frequency voice, like they're not for you. That's all I was doing. I was doing it all with my mouth. Like I was like, but when you hear it with the beat and everything, it just sounds more like it's part of a DJ doing it or something, which definitely isn't the case. Alright, now, the second verse always has to carry momentum, so the momentum doesn't die. Just keeps going, right back to the main melody, bass still working, then the bass starts jogging again. Alright, now we got the bass all by itself, because this is a rapping part, and then this is my favorite part of the beat. Woo! Alright, favorite part of the beat, hands down. The drums don't change, the bass line changes. It starts just rising a little bit. Alright, so the bass kind of just holds off on the end a little bit, just so it because it leads into like a less energetic hook. For all my engineers out there, yeah, that clap is too loud, but I kept it raw in this song. And then so the drums are working, blah 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 blah, and then the piano chords, of course, are different. Sorry, where are my piano chords? Okay, I used a different piano sound for whatever reason. So I could have done some quantizing there, but I guess I decided to leave it raw. A lot of rawness going on here, which kind of makes sense because it's a pretty raw song with a pretty raw message. So da-na-na-na. Now don't finish that progression. It's just da-na-na-na. Just leave them hanging. Okay, and then above all that, we have the guitar. If I'm not mistaken, that's the same melody as a synth. Okay, but I think in that part, dun dun, is that dun is actually an octave higher on the electric guitar, if I'm not mistaken. Then it goes into this part where it's just the bass and just some lazy drums, just a kick and clap. Kick and clap. Then I got this little fake guitar chime sound. Then it goes right back into the hook, and it pretty much plays out. If you haven't heard the song, definitely click the link in the description below. It's called Flowers. I appreciate everybody that's been watching these videos. Definitely leave a comment if you were feeling this video. The breakdown videos, there's going to be a lot more of them. They're just going to keep coming. And I'm hoping to start some new things on this channel really soon. So you should be excited about that. Music videos are going to be coming soon too. So definitely hyped about that. Yeah, man, this has been The Breakdown. This was Flowers. Hope you liked it. All right. Nato.